Alright, so Unit 5, you guys watched the video on page 7 last week. It's been a few days. The assignment is page 8 and 9. I just wanted to do a couple with you to kind of get you started because there's a lot of information in that video. I'm going to start with number 4. So on number 4, on this entire assignment, the two linear equations are both in standard form. So what we can do is you can add or subtract the equations together for the purpose of eliminating one of your variables. So you first look at the coefficients and you look, do I have the same coefficient in front of my x? Nope. All right, look at my y's. Do I have the same coefficient in front of my y's? Yes. So I can very easily eliminate my y variable by either adding or subtracting. Now in this case, because I have a positive 4 and a negative 4, how would you cancel them out to 0? You would add. So if I add my two equations together, 4y plus negative 4y is 0. They cancel out. All right, so 2x plus x is 3x. 10 plus negative 2.5 is 7.5. And then divide by 3, divide by 3. That x value is 2.5. Once you have the x, you are going to pick one of these top equations and plug it back in. So I'm going to pick that top one. 2x plus 4y equals 10. Plug your x value in for x. So 2 times 2.5 plus 4y equals 10. So 5, subtract. So 4y equals 5. Then divide. And y equals 1.25. So if you were to graph those two lines, they will intersect at that point, 2.5, 1.25. All right, I'm going to back up to number 3. So same idea. This one's a little bit different. If you look, my x values, the coefficient matches up, and the coefficient of my y values do not. So I'm going to look at how do I eliminate the x. If they're both positive, to eliminate them down to 0, I will subtract. Because 5x minus 5x goes to 0. All right, so this, you have to be careful. This is my second time doing this video because I made this mistake. So it's a common mistake. Is you see this and you see 3 minus 2. But it's 3 minus negative 2. So that subtracting a negative, it goes to 5y. And then 22 minus 2 is 20, so y is 4. Once you have one of your variables, you can pick the equation you want and plug it back in. So if I do 5x plus 3y equals 22, I'm going to plug in here. So 5x plus 3 times 4 equals 22. 5x plus 12. So 5x equals, and x equals 2. So they will intersect at the point 2, 4. All right, so on the first page, page 8, you guys, you always have a coefficient that matches up. You just have to find it. Second page is when your coefficients, there is no matchup. You have to create that matchup. I'm going to talk about 2 different ones, but probably only do one full one. I guess if we look at, 12 and 14. So first, looking at 12. My x coefficients do not match up. My y coefficients do not match up. So I have to look, what can I multiply one of these equations by to get a matchup? So if you see here, you should recognize, well, that would be easy. If I just multiply this top equation by 2, I will have 8 here and they'll match up. If you want, you could even multiply by -2, and I'll show you why. It's completely your choice, but here's why I would choose -2. So I'm gonna, let's see, -2 times 7 is -14x. -2 times 4, that's a -8y. And then this becomes +8. No longer need that equation. So the reason I chose negative is because now I have a +8 and a -8. So I would add those two equations together to eliminate. So I'm not going to do that full question. I'm going to go down to number 14. So here, x coefficients don't match up. Y coefficients don't match up. I can't multiply 3 by anything to get 5 or 2 by anything to get 3. So this time I need to multiply both equations. And it's your choice. You're going to set it up to either eliminate your x or eliminate your y, and it does not matter which one you do. I personally, I like to eliminate y, so I'm always solving for x first, y second. But it honestly doesn't matter. I also like when I have that positive negative because it allows me to add my equations together. If they're both positive, I need to subtract. So what I'm going to do is take this 3, multiply that top equation by 3, and then take this 2, multiply the bottom equation by 2, and then, so let's do it and we'll see what happens. So multiply everything by 3, so that becomes 9x plus 6y equals -27. And then 2, I've got 10x minus 6y equals 8. So now my y coefficients match up, and I have not altered my equation because I've multiplied every number by 3 and every number by 2. So they're essentially the same equation if you were to go graph them. So I have a positive and a negative, so I add. And then I've got 19x equals -19. So you should get that x equals, I'm just double checking, make sure I'm doing this right, good, -1. So now when you are solving for y, you can choose the first equation, the second equation, you could even choose the third one or the fourth one. I'm going to go ahead and choose that very top one. So 3, my x value is -1 plus 2y equals -9. So -3, so add 3, so 2y equals -6, so y equals -3. And you are done. So there are just a few examples of your assignment, and your goal is to kind of finish these 2 pages today. I know it takes kind of a while, so it'll probably take most of 6th and 7th hour to do, but good luck, and let me know if you have any questions.